Most welcome to Voice of Lango FM this afternoon. Frequencies 88.0. Okay. People power. Platform led by their president, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu. Who is also known as Bobi Wine. Honorable, the first time you're appearing on the biggest radio station in Lamu and in Northern Uganda.
Well, not the first time. I've been here a couple of times as a musician, but since I was elected president of Uganda, it is the first time.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Honorable Bobi Wine is joined by other NUPA leaders in Lango. We have, I think, the regional coordinator for Lango, Michael Atonyo. Michael, you're most welcome this afternoon.
Okay, I
think we also have the Secretary General for the National Unity Platform for Lango
Assembly. Voice of Lango. Poyo luak melao to al pinjolo president kwando tikan
poyo mateka aduong mawa poyo tek to al binani odicheng meni natin the Voice of Lango FM.
Apoyo management me Voice of Lango kede luak ducha metio hokano iruomu ducha popat apoyo BF
na poyo mate
we hati dake hani omi down da nyutoko abia o honorable Ochena bia flag bearer wa eno me moroto come 2025-2026 Ochena bia 2025-2026 aha.
Yes, thank you so much. Upon my take, Luak Dujameti Langan, you are your maybe to the president. You are your maybe to the president, man, Langan, and yeah, Geoffrey Chenabia. Hopefully, I will have the flag for National Unity Platform for Moroto in 2026, because this fight is all about entrenching freedom, justice, and equality within the social, political, and economic areas. Thank you.
Oyematek, Kaduong Chenabia. First thing first, the Honorable Robert Sentamu Chagulanyi Bobi Wine. You have been in the mobilization tours, especially in Barara, in Fort Poto, in Busia. Yesterday you are in Bale.
Media and online, they've been seeing we got very warm welcomes everywhere we went. It is humbling. We don't take it for granted. But again, it goes further to show that the people of Uganda are receiving our message of liberation, our message of change, our message of end to dictatorship. So it has been massive everywhere. I also want to thank in a very, very special way the people of Lira for this massive welcome. We don't take it for granted. Thank you for showing us that indeed what we are saying is not only representative of us alone, it is not only representative of young people, but also the old people. These problems we are facing are not only problems of Ankole, of the Bachiga, of Kasese, of Busia Ombale. They are problems of the nation, of the country. So it has been massive, and we thank God that we are here now.
From the areas you have visited, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, we see a lot of peaceful processes. And it seems like your cooperation, the leadership of the party and yourself and the security has been very good, because I think all the areas you have visited, there has been no confrontation, things are moving on well.
Police does not cause chaos. There is no chaos. If the police does not bring violence, there's no violence. We are peaceful people. We have always advocated for non-violence and for peacefulness. And I'm glad that the police and the military have not yet broken the law, because everything that we are doing is within the law. But I must also remind us that the police is not beating or killing people or tear gassing us, not because they don't want, but because since 2020, in November 2020, Museveni, using the police and military, killed people, they massacred people, and we took Museveni to the International Criminal Court, Museveni and his son. And he knows that if he kills more people, if he causes more chaos, he's giving us more evidence.
But
so maybe
at that time,
that's why
they were also accusing, they're accusing the people of course, inciting the police, and such kind of things happen. But that's well. Maybe the second thing I want to find out from yourself is you're coming to lira today to open your offices, I think, for the first time after the general elections of 2021.
Yes.
What does the party intend to achieve after this mobilization drive in Lango and in other parts of the country?
Thank you. Maybe, Bonnie, if you will allow me to give a little background. Because initially I was not a politician, like many of us here. But I want the young people of Lango to know, because in December 1980, when none of us here was born, there was an election. That election was between Dr. Milton Obote, or Dr. Paul Kawanga Semogerere, and some other small candidates, including Museveni. Museveni was the Katumba Oye of 1980. Now, after the election, Museveni claimed that he was cheated. He did not even get 1% of the vote, but he started a war. And when he started that war, Museveni, Kainda Utafire, and other rebels, they put on the army uniform of the soldiers of Dr. Milton Obote. They went and killed our people. And they lied to our parents that it is Dr. Obote's people that had killed our people. They lied and convinced our parents. We joined him, and there was a war. In that war, more than 500,000 people died. Museveni came to power claiming that he's going to bring back democracy, stop rigging elections, stop corruptions, stop abductions of people and everything. Now, almost 40 years later, he has destroyed everything across the country. But in particular, here, you remember that we had lira spinning mills. We had, a better infrastructure here. We had a better education system. We had better healthcare. Everything has been destroyed. He went ahead to massacre people all over the country, but in particular here in northern Uganda. So 40 years later, I think that, in all honesty, I think it's about time to apologize to Dr. Milton Obote. I think it's about time for people to know the truth. And I'm going to Luwero tomorrow, and I'm going to tell those fellow Bagandas of mine there that it is time for us to kick out this man that we brought. He lied to us. Dr. Obote warned us that this man is not even a Ugandan. Our parents did not listen.
But there is no evidence to that, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi.
Well, we challenged General Museveni to prove that he's a Ugandan. He could not prove that. But that on the side, look, listen to me. The things that he's doing to the people of Uganda proves that he has no love whatsoever for this country. Look at the things that Idi Amin did for Uganda. Look at the things that Dr. Obote did for Uganda. And what has Museveni done? Destroy all of them. So now what we want as a generation, we want to remove the dictator, because he has succeeded in dividing us along tribal lines. He has divided us along religious lines. He has divided us along class lines.
But he has also been preaching, of course, about unity for all Ugandans.
But this is a man that preaches water and drinks wine. Look at the military. Look at the tribes that are there. Look at all government institutions. Look at the tribes that are there. Look at the poverty levels. Go in security, go in police. Look at the people that they are promoting. How many people have been promoted here in the military? Look at the deployments. Our generation is a generation to tell each other the truth. It is enough of falling.
You're opening the regional office for Lango today. I wonder if you have plans to have offices of the National Unity Platform also across the districts in Lango, but also maybe countrywide?
Yes. We intend to have offices of the National Unity Platform countrywide. But I must emphasize that we are more than just a political party. In fact, we started the National Unity Platform political party only 2 months to the election. We are originally the People Power Movement. Now, the People Power Movement is a combination of all people, no matter what political party, no matter whether or not they belong to any political party. We want change. We believe that our pains are the same. We are coming together as a nation. So this tour is not only to open offices, but to galvanize the minds of the people, to wake Ugandans up and to remind them that we have one major duty as a generation, that is to liberate this country and put an end to gun rule so that the will of the people of Uganda can reign supreme.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, you have massive support
Yes.
in the urban areas. Like, for example, you are massively welcomed by the people of Lira today
Yes.
in the city.
Yes.
And some of your critics actually say that if you go to some areas, like, for example, in Otuke,
Yes.
in the rural areas, you
Yes.
may not get such kind of huge welcome, like you've been welcomed in Lira or like yesterday in Bari. What is the party going to do, and you in specifically, to ensure that you have a lot of grounding as well in the rural areas, and you have structures, robust structures for the National Unity Platform in the rural areas?
Wait until we get there, and you will ask me that question again. You see, now it has been the narrative of the regime. Oh, those people don't have structures. Oh, those people don't reach rural areas. But they have been stopping us. The last time we tried to move around the country, they arrested our people, humiliated and beat them up. It is until we took Museveni to the ICC, it is until we put our feet down that now we can so far move around. But I know that they are very scared, and they will also try as much as possible to stop us. This is not about the NUP. It is not about Bobi Wine, people of Uganda wanting to change. So they welcome me, not because I'm very handsome, not because I'm very educated. No, they welcome me and my team because we carry a message of freedom to them. Here in Lira, look at a young, small man like Adonyo Michael Christia, being respected and being listened to, has been vulgarized by many people. Museveni compromised the people that were respected. He compromised elders. He compromised leaders. You will notice that he went ahead to compromise even the leaders of political parties. He bought UPC, he bought DP, he compromised Norbert Mao, now he's buying FDC. So Ugandans, we are on our own, we are orphans. That is why we are holding hands across the country, and we are saying we are putting an end to this nonsense.
Yeah, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, in the rural areas, like
Yes.
in the 2021 general elections, we
Yes.
had actually been very few candidates of the National Unity Platform
Yes.
holding your flag.
Yes.
Do you have plans to really ensure that, like, for example, in Lango, you have 5 district councillors.
Yes.
You don't have a single member of parliament. You
Yes.
don't have a single LC5 chairperson.
Yes.
What is the party going to do to ensure you have many candidates holding your flag in the 2026 election as you do the drive?
First and foremost, I want to tell you that we are not looking at 2026. Don't push us to 2026. We are looking at now. We want to remove Museveni now.
But there is a roadmap for the election. You're a person
We are not living, we are not doing our things according to Byabakama. Byabakama is an extension of Museveni.
But Honorable
Okay.
Chagulanyi, you believe in the rule of law.
Rule of law. That's why we are here. Museveni is illegally president. Okay?
But the
What Byabakama does
the court
is
declared
illegal.
him. The court declared him as
Come
the
again?
The court declared him the president of the Republic of Uganda.
Oh
He was
yes,
sworn in
oh
by the
yes,
Chief Justice.
oh yes. But do you know that Justice Kisache was forced to resign because she delivered a dissenting judgment? Are you aware that Justice Owinyidoro, even when he had our petition on his table, he went ahead to publicly associate with Museveni and publicly make one-sided political statements? Do you know that? Do you know that according to the law, the military is not supposed to be partial? But do you know that General Museveni's son is moving around illegally in military uniform campaigning? Do you know that the police is supposed to be keeping law and order and supposed to be impartial. But do you know that the police is an extension of the NRM? So please don't talk about the rule of law. Here we are talking about liberation because these are rebels. Museveni is a rebel. He is still a rebel. He came, killed our people, took over our country illegally.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, just
Yes.
for the record,
Yes.
we understand that he was elected in 2021.
No, he was not
and
elected.
declared by the Electoral Commission chairperson.
Let me tell you something, my brother. Yoweri Museveni to Dr. Kizza Besigye. Yoweri Museveni lost the 2016 election to Dr. Kizza Besigye. Yoweri Museveni lost the 2021 election to Chagulanyi Sentamu,
Honorable
and that
Robert,
is
for
myself.
all those three elections,
Yes.
the Supreme Court agreed that even if there were some few irregularities, they were not substantial to overturn those elections.
Well, you can argue it like that. But I will tell you that as a law student and as a lawyer myself, we have a belief that in the face of arms, the law is silent. So now you understand that the judiciary has been twisted and put in the pocket of General Museveni, like all other institutions. When we speak to them silently, they will tell you the truth that, my brother, we see what, okay? For example, right now, we are doing exactly what we were doing, you know, in 2021. But they shot at us, massacred our people then. On some people and doesn't work on others. That's why we're telling you that all we need here in Uganda is a complete overhaul of all those institutions.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, let's
Yes.
look at the unity in the opposition where
Yes.
you belong to.
Yes.
The Uganda People's Congress is conducting mobilization tours just like you're doing.
Yes.
The FDC are conducting their internal party elections. Are there plans from the National Unity Platform to cooperate with those other political parties to ensure that you...
Just like you hear, unity. In our party, unity is the middle word. We are National Unity Platform. We believe in unity. And even before we started our party, People Power believed in unity. We made every effort to work together with the FDC, with the DP, with other political parties. But it's clear that since these political parties were overtaken by General Museveni, they work according to his tunes. That is why Norbert Mao made it impossible for us to work with the Democratic Party. I mean, we try to work with the FDC, why we work very closely with the likes of Dr. Kizza Besigye from the FDC, the likes of Honorable Gilbert Olanya from the FDC. We have been getting a cold shoulder from the leadership of the FDC. Little did we know that they probably had a collaboration with the regime. It is only coming out now. So now we resolved that we are going to have that unity within the people of Uganda. Our hope is not in the politicians. No, our hope is in the people of Uganda.
The biggest bottlenecks to many of the political parties
Yes.
has actually been about poor structures at the grassroots. I mean, having leadership and membership of the party registered with the party from a village level to a parish level to a sub-county.
Please
maybe up to the district.
don't reduce this matter to
no,
party.
I just want to find out if the National Unity Platform that you lead
Yes.
has plans to ensure that, even at the grassroots, you have somebody who is a contact person for the party, so that when you are doing mobilization, you have a robust structure and network.
To just a political party. Let us not reduce this matter to only NUP. This is a matter of the people of Uganda, and I would rather sound like a leader of the People Power movement. Why? Because even those that are not in the leadership or in the structures of the National Unity Platform, very big role to make sure we remove the dictator and we free up our country. So I don't want to sound like we have a robust democracy here, because if I was to be honest with you, There's no practical political party in Uganda that is functioning like a political party. You know, it all that this happens at the mercy of General Museveni, and it shouldn't be like that. Okay, we shouldn't be moving at the mercy of the oppressor that we're trying to free from. So for us, we go ahead to connect with people, whether they are in the leadership of our party or they are not, for as long as somebody wants change. And let me also say this, that our message has always been that anybody whose words and actions are helping to bring the fall of Museveni very quickly, that person is a friend, even if they are not in our party, even if they are in another party, including NRM. But anybody that is working for the fall of dictator Museveni is our comrade, and we want to work with them. And anybody that is working to help the dictator oppress us more, even if they are in the leadership of the National Unity Platform, they are not our friend. So now you know that our mission is not only about building our party. Our mission is to remove the dictator.
Thank you very much, Honorable Robert Chigule. Let's take a quick break and then we'll return shortly. Voice of Lango FM. Mania BF Timobal. Otiot Kanja Karachekere President. May the National Unity Platform. Robert Chagolanyi Sentamu. May Joapol. Ngekering me Bobi Wine. Nenovedo President of National Unity Platform.
Ame luak me Uganda yera kala chel kede queer mwa tutumia rio kede pier rio we chel ento electoral commission te queer ti tag make tual lunien na ye Roberto president me Uganda Karamen bin kan dwe mea para chel me mwa hokaro pidwa ko poch bolla pimi kwe yo moga chungi pemiro don pila bin kwero ko ento tinini entie kan woni winyo no president nye Robert Chagolanyi Sentamu jonge karachel kede nying me Bobi Wine tinini yen lira kane president odwoko puoch chatek bolao pi jolle di chenga tinini karachel kede mara Amerika yini neno di boma me lira kantin jo ducho weko gina me woko tiyo gini pi bino nyuto mara atela pilwak mara mere nen kita meno kobani jo tini jole karachel kede ilao kan odwoko puoch boru hata lao ducho ameti aho kanu President Okobani tiyu karachel kede kare en tiyu karachel kede bora bien en dong lo Uganda achalo ture dan kede jo ture kede jo mogo ameno bino woro karachel kede gilum President Okobani otuni chapa ber ameonu miero Museveni kwa kija bolao bien imwa piera boro Museveni binu chung da kuirero no nok bala mega katumba Museveni binu chung te por ko kuirero pe otunu na kapasenda chiel ikarame Museveni por kuira dang yoni pedang inu kui endo por binu wor ko elum te wot lwen ikom gamento borre kun maolo titek Kame onu kobani mono jo worilum kuire no no perom mena akobani worilum uborre obinu kobi Uganda ni Museveni ena jote tukukere no Museveni pe obero na ha dana me Uganda boleta de kobani gina nyurupe tie President Bobi Wine de kobani karame okobi Museveni kong nyut ngoa me nyurni ene bero dana me Uganda nyutu te loyo ko pieno borro binu ko be jode ko ni dano ne awindi neno ne pe tu hunu kede dano ko bini nene tie doke e wod rueyo loak e wod luere re ko bini kanna meno binu woro ja ko bes meri e ko bini otuni chawa be no chualo unu twinya ne hen a me binu bolo loak me Uganda pien jodo petia mite itwa ping me Uganda dushu dano ko bini kanna ne woro ye duch iworo mayuge iworo mbara na katunga Museveni gi mara meti kome duonga te kapelare dongeno bino ilao kan neno mara chelli potie kan eno kobo ni Museveni kara me wori lum ame luak me lao duch wuni ngia be kainda utafire general kobo ni abero general me kare gicha uworo bushenyi te mokatir ni gino no rugo gini bo amon ute bino luenyi komo te dero ka luenyi komo te dero ute duogo te bino kobo ni monyu borre na tiene ko joni piena teni na tieni ka to ko ka kar me romo president okobo ni e kudi tim a Museveni ni uchar jamma me borre yamo kelo duch dado petie un luak me la mo un cha denere kom speak mail ame chane dong pe mo un cha deni kom starch factory mo un cha deni kom ginaris ame o cha ko duch da lobo apun jameni obero jamme ti botu nwale me la kan unu yammi o chuk me jammi bedo abe yilang kan ento Museveni baro jamini en duchu dado konyer petie en ko bani Museveni tichere pieno bedo kaya bedo menne dan ti record ni eno ne hojo aworu macha e mwa tutumia rio e piera rio nono e due me para chel Kampala ko cha woni bedo no winyo nego jo Paul na hanek me arua woni bini winyo no kitame ochielo ka achel kede driver president man no bedo nek kametie ya kine nek kamen nek kametimere ente wumero ko iye ukobani Museveni enatieni entichere uber me poko jo ka poho te dong mi u ber jo kongi petie mio parties apopat ameti Uganda kan jo dong peteti kitame mir jo ti gara chel kede nu moderator openye na hani kob me structure menu kono unity un kede structure president Robert Chagulanyi Bobi Wine te koboni peo twero keto structure pieni peo yena hani jogure ento kayini mi to keto structure miri gore umi chawa ni wanda do la hostile wa committee gine gammo jodo tia wori chawa medwo gulo chalwa rek jotam ni jo odwogo ko elo chen ibon munni ento jodo potia lo yo UP ilobo wa me Uganda au kobani kuri ginna meno belo timoni umi chawa ni itetela a president Robert Chagulanyi umiyo jo chwalo Museveni ko karachel kede wole general Muozi International Criminal Court nyo kota dit me wilobo ame winyo toro twero alwak ka awoti summarizing kome agiki president okobani openye president okobani noob structure tie na ha ichalo ento keni no peti structure otego abe ano okobani peti kitora mejo twero tikere lasha lwa onyo democracy e Uganda kan ame tela agoro ame obedo me Museveni tia wuot inyimi chawani ukobani me agiki mere tekido ngata me en bino chiki karachel kere no beda wuot tekido tia koboni lwen wani otiu lwen pi kwanyu Museveni ame omiyo nywale me Uganda bedi chana dot pi muoki adong tunu piera ngwen no beda wuot anu
Oyo, Matectual Honorable Daniel Okello. Let me return to President of the National Unity Platform, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi. We have also been joined by Honorable Gilbert Olanya, Member of Parliament for Kilag. Honorable Gilbert Olanya, you're most welcome to Voice of Lango.
Thank you so much, moderator. I would like to appreciate Mr. President Honorable Bobi Wine in northern Uganda. I drove from Kampala. Afọ Matek do radio. Aya di Kampala. Totally mi biro ka jolo Bobi Wine tu kumala Uganda. The chairman Amira Wadgi President Mamekwa and Bobi Wine ni afọ biro Matek. Donc do radio pere tek total ma anati ka biro America do kone ready. Awinyo kitma la dit Bobi Wine tika lokwe. Gino mi odaro nge ma pire tek. Erani People's Power Movement le any team movement. Pe Ugandans tush magimira la. People's Power Movement, PT movement pa NUP keken, PT movement pa NRM keken, PT movement by DP, PT movement by FDC. Ento Ugandans wing magimira laga. We are under People's Power Movement. Primero, anyole mi Uganda nungo ondo. Inero kidma ye time kwere na kanenda dit Bobi Wine obelika titu. Kani kibol kui onero kila yuweri ti yukwere kichente kwale kwere kui. Watemo kila laga I parliament mi Uganda. Mawa wajo ne electoral commission omiero di loko. Pi president omiero betka chimo electoral commission. Ento ichawale eni president chimo electoral commission. Ene muchara pa electoral commission. Ka tie electoral commission yugo ye. Te lokeni kui matika time Uganda ni piti free and fair. Watika miero alaga waronen Uganda wale eni. Donc luakmilao in Matini Arab Yoka Julu, Dogberry Yayomni, a parliament me Uganda. Majority of members of parliament carry up MPs Mati NRM. Giti NRM only be Mirochan again. Ento twin Giki Kome went here under People's Power Movement, Mikela Laga Uganda. Don't give my parent a lawyer and a Mirona Laga. Pien in pay noir down. Ichari kao neno kira musubiri tika wat kwere giwore nen telo gitamone tela mi Uganda tiro like a monarchy madon ka anywhere woro don woro tingo wero gi nyare wero gi latine
kware moro kanura
so li endi tugi kwanyo mbini mi tela ho Uganda oti tela mi doja ndwa tela pigi leo dog out o were wangi eni amiro titu machado opposition matie I parliament mi Uganda na nen la dit president democratic kid magi tika wiro kwere opposition itawale eni Museveni non tamani he should use money where he converting opposition or when or dakore ento opposition mamar Uganda opposition mamiro kid ma Uganda bi obet kwere kare Museveni ye chene gotia gobe waje ni Museveni bet kichene ni ento wamirni wawek Uganda obed mabe ili kwaewa kaje gili kwaewa
Foyo Matek honorable Gilbert
je ara foyo Matek omegina gina pere teklo area wana oduchu wati under People's Power Movement to see that change is brought to our country. God bless you.
Foyo Matek honorable Gilbert Nanya. Honorable President Robert Chagulanyi, we seem to be running short of time. We're left with about 15 minutes.
Sure.
But my last question, before I can pick some 5 phone calls, and then you can respond to some of them. You have got named this mobilization tour, Wake Up Uganda.
Yes.
What does that even mean to an ordinary person in Okere City in Otuge district? Listening to you, I can pick some.
Wake Up Uganda means
Otuge district.
Real waking up.
Right.
We have been sent.
We have been silenced.
We have been silenced.
We have been intimidated.
But our mission is to awaken the people of Uganda.
Our mission
to
is
know
to
what they are
awaken
missing. We had an election 2.5 years ago, which General Museveni rigged on gunpoint. And we want to show the people of Uganda
People
what
of
they have
Uganda
missed.
to know what they are
not
missing.
only the citizens,
We had an election.
but also, no, I mean, not only the civilians, but also the men and women in uniform, police officers
Not only the
and military
citizens,
officers
but
have
also,
missed
no, I mean,
on
not only the civilians,
the salary
but also the
increment, because
men and women
these
in
people
uniform.
do a lot of work and they deserve better pay.
On the salary increment, because these people do. You are aware of what is happening in Apa. People, since the elections in 2021, after Museveni rigged the elections, he has continued to oppress our people. They've chased away our people from Lake Choga, in Amolata. People can no longer use those. It's the military that has taken over the lake, and Museveni is mortgaging it to the Chinese. The common people here, Museveni brought his people to pretend that is helping people to extend border loans. But a border that ordinarily costs 4.9 in cash.
For somebody, for a local border rider, at the end of his completion of the loan, he or she has paid close to 11 million shillings. We have to change that. Massacres have happened in very many places, including Balonyo.
Victims are there yearning for rehabilitation. There should be affirmative action there. They should be rehabilitated. Unfortunately, it has been Museveni's deliberate effort to make sure that he dehumanizes those people so that they lose confidence in self. Education itself. We have a university here, but there are unfair processes when they are giving scholarships. I am informed that the locals here don't even get in many other places. Always communicate about that. So that and many more things have been happening. We are here to remind the people that we must remove General Museveni, because when we remove the dictatorship, then we can go ahead to restore things that used to bring employment here, like the lira spinning mills. It has to be refurbished. We have to revamp our healthcare system, our education system, our infrastructure system, etc. So all that we want to do, but we can only do that if the people join us and we all do and make sure that we push General Museveni out of power.
Thank you very much, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi. I want to receive some 5 calls so that you can respond to some of their questions. Jia Penyogo, Timito Penyuke, President, National Unity Platform, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, Namachimwa Chitolo Not Abira Bishel, Abora Not, Abora Deck, Airtel, Tin Not, Abira Bishop, Abora Not, Abora Deck. Hello? Boyva? Dake Hachel.
One of the president met to allow him.
Hello? Chulo Kerina? Yes, Benson.
And even what I was trying to tell Chagulanyi is to work hard so that we remove the whatever the dictatorship in this country. He's telling the truth, and I like him so much. And he's the only opposition in this country. Others they are just like opposition, but they are not the real opposition.
Boy Matek. Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, you're speaking to Isaac.
Yes, Isaac.
One thing that I wanted the president to embark on, like when after the election, because one thing that I'm sure of is that he's going to make it. I would tell you that I can see the roads that we have in northern Uganda. It's very painful if you compare it with the roads that we have in western Uganda, like those places like Mbara, those places like the Masakai. You see those roads and you compare with the other roads, you find that northern Uganda is lagging so much behind. The president, I would wish if he could issue the airports in that line. And also, one that I would like to advise on is that when we are fighting against something, we need to focus on the root cause and not directly on that thing. If we fight with the road, if we fight to dig up the road, that is when we shall get it away from us.
Boy Matek. Hello.
Hello. Manuel Romero.
Yes, Walter.
Now, I don't think that people in don't know happy. I never press this. When the jump ahead for one of them, me hockey. Kirango, I am out for Uganda. Yeah, Libero, area Muchan. Yeah, I knew the job that I had made up. One meal, you know, it's a better one getting for me to Uganda and on you. Your one and couple on the way out of over. Couple on the baby. Yes, any opinion 5.2, 5.1. Everybody follow big. It's all big now, million of again. Given I look at the way you feel any with your many your lonely and given I nothing more better. May I kick? Oh, me, okay, look you by now can. For let you are for you are a good street man, your spirit on your thing corridor. Better you look your banner than you your Maria Vero, my abolition job. I'm a poor job and get a shock on your my abolition in corridor.
Boy Matek, Walter.
So and then kill off man on your cooking corridor, maybe you German job. Only your yellow edge don't come. You're looking corridor, yeah. There, you German job. I think you took a go and I read you can go to your and the job on there. Okay, we know no kill, young and don't quite hit out on your a very young. Or just look at the job and no many you have, you know, you're the big good young and or police on a purpose. Okay, what a purpose there.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Maxon.
Yeah, you know, I know from the TV channel. Oh, do not care quite, Boratin and Anna. So, Caravan now, you can change to my job and more at your one that about the work of Baramadara. And go to talk about the way you see that to find me more like a lot. Not only can I go to customary, like a lot, but a few more goes on a lot. Thank you, one year of Kare. You begin to Uganda. Kati, I got your own being by Karamu to the Lord. You know, your time before you didn't be Take that, I have to go no money. Now, we call you to do with your cardio to jam and then you know, if you talk about Mexico, to a cardinal, and to be up for a full dinner in the John. No one I don't get on the after I got to one, will be my trial. Okay, you don't more about another now for you as well as no, why you want to hang down work a canoe, many one that you're not going to like a lot. You want to do what you mark, you know, Mary, one not go to the work around Jamo. One of those that is one again, or
Boy Matek.
Monocama during
Already Manocarago, Yakimi Chima, Tolcamo, you disseminate. Where to check out the well to bring me your car, but I do Bobi Wine. Maybe no gamo, a penya me Nitieri Kadang take a look at your program. We are taking a short break. You'll respond to some of the compliments, but also some of the questions that have been raised, asked by the listeners.
I think you can
Make a look at Giki program. Mr. Honorable Robert Chagulanyi. You are left to hand the show.
Yes,
maybe you could respond to some of the questions that have been raised, but also you give your concluding remarks.
Yes, please.
So
thank you very much. I will be very, very brief.
Yes.
Somebody asked why we talk about Museveni all the time. But I mean, some of us are Christians or Muslims or whatever. We go to church every Sunday. We don't work for the devil. But why do we talk about Satan every Sunday? And I like one of the callers said that we should deal with the root cause. And the root cause is Museveni dictatorship. If there's no Museveni, maybe I would not be in politics. Somebody asked about the road network in northern Uganda, why it's so poor. It is true, only 6% of the roads in northern Uganda are paved. And that is deliberate, because Museveni does not want to empower the people of northern Uganda. If we have better road network, if we have infrastructure, if we have power in northern Uganda, if we have electricity in northern Uganda, the businesses will mushroom, development will come, and the people of northern Uganda will no longer kneel down for Museveni to give them handouts. So he keeps them poor so that he can have them as beggars. We were asked what we will do when we finally take power. I would go far deep in our manifesto, but there's so much that we want to deal with. Revamp healthcare, revamp education, stop the poverty, free up the people, give them back their leg. We cannot reinvent the wheel. These things were done by our forefathers, you know. I did not start the lira meeting, spinning mill, but they closed it. We have to reopen them. We have to make sure that what used to work with our people, for our people, can work again and again and again. They asked me to talk about the loans of the motorcycles. We don't want to talk about them just. We want to change them. Today, they're using you as a business. Those loans are meant to enslave people so that you spend almost half your time paying for a loan of a border, which they can even take away from you by the police. Somebody raised an issue of street kids disturbing people and stealing from people. That is terrible. But please know that some of those people are planted by the regime to paint a bad image of us. They want to call us bayai, they want to call us thieves.
Exactly.
And I've instructed those that we're moving with, and I've also warned those criminals that should we get any criminal trying to steal from people, we shall deal with them ourselves. Why? Because we are on a national mission and we cannot let anybody vulgarize this mission. We are trying to free more than 45 million people, so we cannot allow them to, to vulgarize.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, we have
finally, very finally, we were told that the people of Uganda supported Museveni when he was coming. Well, I was only 4 years when Museveni came. It's our duty, all of us, to remove the dictatorship. Very finally, I want to salute the comrades that have been here with in studio. We had leaders like Adonio Michael Chris, like Angia Daniel, like Honorable Okelo Daniel, who is a councillor and who is our MP flag bearer. Comrades like Mawa Moses, comrades like Ojok Isaac, who is our spokesperson here, and also a councillor. I salute them very much. Now we are going to open our office. And we want to welcome all of you to open our office, and maybe that's when I'll get an opportunity to speak with you. And thank you very much for listening to me. Afoyo Matek, Afoyo Tutwar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, for coming to Voice of Lango FM. It's our pleasure for hosting you.
Thank you.
Next time when you come again, you'll be, we wish you a very peaceful process as you go to open your offices at Junior Quarters, Lira City West.
Thank you.
For you, Matetu 12, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamo, President, the National Unity Platform, Bibirukedwa, Eche, kwa inemano, Coach UPADTE, Yeha, Bibirukedwa, Mewota, Yambo, offices, the National Unity Platform, Yeha, Canada, Ame, Bibirukedwa, Mewahe, and what I'm Baro Coach, and Kuku, Tebena, Yeha,
Yeah, that's been good.